You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told no risk. Why bet you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas. This for the that hate us, huh? I make a lot of new money, huh? When the not save us, huh? You be liking my flavor, huh? I think it's cause icy in the res. All the res. All the res. Watch out.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. Hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete to Fuller.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
You ain't going nowhere. Motion 54.
A shotgun snap for Watson. It finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First down.
Check. Watch 54.
On first down, it's Hines. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's Watson. Got his man. It's Eifert.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Get the ball down. He's coming. 56.
Out of the gun, Watson. Incomplete.
Watson's pass incomplete on the throwaway. It's third down and 14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check right 54. Right 54. Hey, man. Watch the move.
Operating from the gun, Watson. He's going to look deep down the field, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Right 56, right there. Yeah. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check 24.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they work this out past the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Right there, 56.
First down, Brissett. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, here's Brissett. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Brissett. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
You. Give me 9. Give me 9. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's go.
Here's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D. Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Stay with us. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. It's caught. Smith. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, 24.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D. Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
And Eifert has it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 30 yards there. And, of course, the 1st down as well. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike 56 right there.
Here's Watson operating from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now it's Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Watson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Hines. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Derek Watt, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
My bad, guys. Reset. 18. 56. Check. 56. I got one. Hey, 59.
After the interception, here's Watson. Complete. Smith has it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
56. Mike, 56.
To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They run with Hines, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it'll be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
A second down throw for Brissett. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Marquise Goodwin. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And the Saints signal for another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Check. Under 10.
They'll throw again. Brissett. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett, screenplay, McKinnon. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check on guard.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's got Miller. 23 yards, the final tally.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. McKinnon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Ready. Wheel. Check 56. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check.
Here again is McKinnon. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
56 is the mic. Yeah. Let's go. 56. Mike's 56.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't losing.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Brissett sets to throw it. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
I'm here all day. Right there, 54.
On first down, Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
To try again after the sack. Watson, it's complete to Fuller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
54 is mine. 54 is mine. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? 54. Give me some. Give me some more. Here we go.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 33. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Right there, 56. Watch the slip. Watch the slip. 55. 56. Mike, 56. Cut. Hey, we got to snap out.
Here's Hines. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Watson looking here for Smith downfield. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
56, Mike, 56. Get ready. Bang.
Throwing on 2nd down. Brissett looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday night, and this is going to be intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Check 56. Set the tone, defense. 55. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Watch the motion. Check it back. 59. 59.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check 50. Check 50. 59. Check 31. Check 26.
On second down now, it's Hines. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
54. Check. Walk 54.
They run again with Hines. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Safety's creeping.
On 2nd and 1, Brissett. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go draw play to McKinnon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. 56, kill. He's on. He's checking crack.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. That's going to be caught. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. 2nd down, McKinnon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. They run once more with McKinnon. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
You got tape. You got tape. You got 4. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk in the final minute. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Next to score, Niners 17, Saints 13. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash,
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nyheim Hines with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. A very solid gain of 27.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Don't get nervous.
Here's Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Saints, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,